Fall activities like back-to-school preparations and pumpkin patches are getting underway. National Night Out was a success, and we're headed down to the waterfront. All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor. Angie Foster is off this week. As school buses rejoin the commute, it's important for drivers to remember to use caution and follow the rules to prevent injury and death. Stop in both directions when traveling on a two-lane road when a bus's red lights are flashing and the bus is stopped with its sign out. Don't pass stop buses that are picking up or dropping off students. Drivers traveling on roads with 3 marked lanes or more in the opposite direction of a bus with its lights on and stop sign out do not need to stop. For all the rules, visit the state site. The city has partnered with communities and schools of Tacoma to collect donated school supplies, clothing, and shoes, and basic items. Ensuring that all students have the supplies they need to have a successful school year improves outcomes, makes students feel more confident, and increases graduation rates. The city's Stuff the Bus campaign will end on August 26th. To make a donation, you can drop off school supplies in person at the Tacoma Municipal Building located at 747 Market Street. Tacoma is nicknamed the City of Destiny for a reason. Intertwined among the microbreweries, art studios, and close-knit neighborhoods, Tacoma is ringed by more than a dozen institutions of higher learning. Residents interested in advanced degrees or technical training can find what they need in Tacoma. There are 2 state universities, choices among many private, nonprofit, and public degree colleges, and opportunities for education and certification in technical trades. Contact one of the many Tacoma area colleges or universities for more information. Recently, the Tacoma Police Department mingled with the community during National Night Out. The event is an annual community building event promoting police-community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie. It focuses on making neighborhoods safer and provides an opportunity for officers and the public to build a mutual understanding.
We want to get to know the community under positive circumstances. This way we can have a relaxed atmosphere, get to know one another, understand each other's issues that we may have and how we can help one another.
Millions of neighbors take part in National Night Out across the United States on the first Tuesday in August. Neighborhoods host block parties, festivals, parades, cookouts, and various other community events. To view pictures of this year's event, visit the Tacoma Police Department's Facebook page. Up next, we'll have Tacoma's Planning and Development Services in the studio to talk about urban design. Stay with us. Joining us now in studio to talk about urban design is Mesa Sheriff. Mesa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So Mesa, can you tell us what is urban design?
That's a good question. Urban design is looking at what is happening in between the projects and how they relate to the neighboring properties. And so it's a negotiation with the private developer and the public interest in figuring out how those two relate.
Awesome. And why is urban design important?
It's important because, as everyone knows, Tacoma is developing really quickly, and we were hearing a lot from the community that they wanted to look at how these projects were all happening, how they were being allocated on their sites, and how they were going to impact the things that were going on around them. And so because of that initiative brought on by the community, it was really important to develop a process that would respond to changes and hold the public interest as things were being developed.
Nice. And so Mesa, can you also tell our viewers, how does it impact the community and development?
Yeah, another good question. So there's there's a number of factors that it impacts, and that is what's happening directly where private projects meet the public realm. but then also where, you know, how massing occurs on the site. We're not looking to affect the rights of the developer to maximize their property, but we're looking to create a negotiation there so that the public interest is identified and clearly represented in the projects.
Perfect, thank you. And one final question, Mesa, where can people learn more?
They can learn more on the website, cityoftacoma/urban design. And then I'm going to be going around to the neighborhood councils and presenting a bit more information about what urban design is, why it's important. And so looking at the roster on their neighborhood councils, I'm going to be at the Northeast Neighborhood Council on Thursday. So that's the next one coming up.
Wonderful. Well, Mesa, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for everything that your office is doing. It's greatly appreciated.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. When we come back, we'll continue the discussion about urban design as we find out how you can provide input on the future of Tacoma's Fireman's Park. Recently, the city improved safety at Fireman's Park in downtown Tacoma. The park reopened in time for summer, and now the community is being asked to provide their ideas about how they would like to use the park. The next opportunity for community input is on Thursday, August 29th, starting at 6 p.m. at the Tacoma Municipal Building. Staff from multiple departments will be available to provide updates and collect additional input for the next phase, which covers tree plantings, some landscaping, seating options, and public art. For the latest details and to find out more about this meeting, visit the city site. The Les Davis Fishing Pier along the Ruston Way waterfront has been an area attraction for 35 years. Water access provides visitors a chance to grab a great Commencement Bay view or catch dinner for the family. Dave Gordon has more.
Jutting out into Commencement Bay along Tacoma's Ruston Way waterfront is a maritime gem many take for granted, the Les Davis Fishing Pier. This 300-foot structure of wood, steel, and concrete is a joint project built by the City of Tacoma and the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife. It's more than a pier to hook the big one. It's also a tourist curiosity for folks to get out on the planks to capture those gorgeous scenic views of our area.
Well, it's my first time here in Washington, and I think it's a very cool experience to be out here. And it has a beautiful view, too. It's something different. The weather is definitely different.
I liked Les Davis Pier because there isn't too many people and the pier is really big, so I can be by myself.
This structure was built in 1983 and is named for an avid Tacoma fisherman and owner of a local fishing tackle company, Les Davis. The pier stands among the rocks and the sand of the bay, where fishing ranges from sea perch and flounder to crab and even squid.
Well, I started fishing just last summer. I was trying to catch salmon after I started getting a hang of it, but I caught a lot of bottom fish. I caught a lot of rockfish that I had to throw back.
It's not to say that the pier, which actually looks like a giant T, isn't exactly a quiet day on the water. There's a railway along the shore and a well-traveled road for the motorists leading to the heart of the city.
But this pier is probably by far one of the biggest and quietest, so I like it.
It was built for fishing, complete with fish cleaning stations, rod holders, seating, and lots of pigeons.
In addition to being a fishing pier, Les Davis also has a concession area, a picnic area, a wonderful place to go hiking and walking, and even a scuba launch place too. Right here in Tacoma. For Tacoma Report, I'm Dave Gordon.
Discover more on what the Les Davis Pier offers visitors from the Metro Parks Tacoma website. The Green Events program recognizes events in Tacoma that have a more sustainable impact on the environment. Events achieving Green Event certification include activities like encouraging walking or biking, donating excess food, and using recycled resources. A certified Green Event is an excellent way for event organizers to help build sustainable communities in Tacoma. To find out how to get involved and to view the Green Event participation criteria, visit the city site. Glass pumpkin patches will soon be sprouting in 8 locations around the Puget Sound beginning on September 7th. Tacoma Glass Blowing will bring the patch to Tacoma on Saturday, October 19th at McClendon's at 1015 North Pearl Street from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event includes thousands of hand-blown, one-of-a-kind pumpkins, acorns, leaves, and more, created by local glass artists including students from the Hilltop Artists Hot Shop. For a full list of events, visit them online. After the break, we'll take a trek on the Scott Pearson Trail. Don't miss it. The Scott Pearson Trail, anchored in the heart of Tacoma, offers bicyclists and pedestrians more than 5 miles of urban accessibility. Tacoma Report's Dave Gordon decided to take a hike along a portion of this urban trail that soars hundreds of feet in the air with sweeping views of Puget Sound.
Running alongside Highway 16 from Tacoma to Gig Harbor is the Scott Pearson Trail. This urban trail features a critical point of interest unique to the region. It spans the link between Tacoma and Gig Harbor, and it's 187 feet above the Puget Sound.
This part of the Scott Pearson Trail, the new Tacoma Narrows Bridge, is about a mile of the most stunning views you'll ever see here in Tacoma.
To get there, park at War Memorial Park, just off 6th Avenue and Myers Street. Prepare yourself for a couple hours of moderate exercise. Just keep in mind it's 5,900 feet one way, and the return is another 5,900 feet. But the investment makes for a great autumn walk on a fine sunny day.
I've been wanting to walk this bridge for a long time, but I've never taken the time. So this is my first opportunity to do it from being out of state, and we decided let's do it.
My dad has been asking for a long time. We've walked the Golden Gate Bridge together a couple times, and actually with family too. So we decided we're going to walk the bridge today.
The bridge walk has no stops. Oh, and watch out for the occasional bicyclist. There are plenty of selfie photo opportunities too, so bring your camera.
Thanks again.
Just remember, you'll be sharing a major highway.
One of the biggest challenges you'll have here on the Scott Pearson Trail is the road noise. There's a lot of road noise, but that's part of the adventure. For Tacoma Report, I'm Dave Gordon.
For more information about urban hikes, visit Metro Parks Tacoma. Tacoma's Mayor Victoria Wooders congratulated Speaker-elect Lori Jenkins on becoming the first ever female Speaker of the House in Washington State. The mayor issued the following statement. Tacoma is proud to be home to the first ever female Speaker of the House. Speaker-elect Jenkins has been a strong advocate for Tacoma since she was elected to the House of Representatives' 27th Legislative District in 2011. Her expertise, passion, and leadership have been of immeasurable benefit to our community, and I know they will serve her equally well in her new state role. To read the full statement, visit the City of Tacoma online. And finally, administrative offices at the City of Tacoma will close Monday, September 2nd, in observance of Labor Day. The Tacoma Transfer and Recovery Center on South Mullen Street will remain open on that day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and scheduled garbage, recycling, and yard food waste pickups will not be affected. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor. Thanks for watching.